Download the BCSN Plus app today. Local sports all the time. Visit bcsnnation.com for details. Discounts may apply. Sidekicks on Sports Nightly is presented by Frogtown Johnny's, Toledo's #1 sports bar and grill since 1992.
How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing great. Man, it's crazy. We're getting into the second half of the season here.
Yep.
I felt like just a couple weeks back, we were like kind of going. Now we're in the nitty-gritty here. In a couple weeks, we're going to be talking about state seeding here soon. So it's fun times right around the corner. So
I cannot wait. Let's get right into it. Girls Team of the Week takes us to the Catholic League. Who you got?
We haven't really talked about this team much, but I feel like I need to spend some time on them. St. Ursula Academy, they've had a really, really good start, 6-1-2 on the year. Really, to be fair, they have not played that schedule that they've had, in recent years. I've had some really good wins. Just beat Bluffton last night, 5-0 on senior night. Beat a really good Liberty Benton team, who's definitely one of the top-end teams. Archbold, who's always been a really good side on the smaller school division side. This Arrows team's really, really dangerous. Okay, Maddie McKeon, had to bring her up a little bit. She's been fantastic for them, just giving them a lot of service.
All right, who's your Girls Player of the Week?
Olivia Gayhart from Finley.
Okay.
And the reason why I say that is she's had to be Miss, two-way, a center back, a forward. She's done a really good job. 10 goals on the year, 4 assists for the Lady Trojans. They're having a really, really good year this year as well, too, because, again, they've lost so much throughout the last couple of years. Mike Aubrey, in his second season as a head coach there, she's really done a really good job of being able to go up front, score some goals, but also really be able to be on that back end for them as well, too, whenever they need be. So this Finley team is going to be really dangerous. Olivia Gayhart is one of the top-end players in Northwest Ohio.
Boys side, who's your team of the week?
Man, I'm going to go to Sylvania Southview, man. Last week, a couple weeks ago, we talked about Northview, but Andy Kufel's got something going over there. And I tell you what, last night I had a privilege to be there for at least 40 minutes of an absolute drubbing of the previous #1 team in the state, Springfield, beat them 4-0. They don't do it with a lot of flash. They don't do it with a lot of just individual talent. They do it with grit. They do it with organization. They were so organized defensively last night. I was super, super impressed with what I saw. They've only conceded 5 times this year. 5. They're kind of on the younger side. I thought early in the year he was kind of like, we don't know what we're going to do with this team. They're finding ways to be in the conversation. And boy, it's going to be interesting in that Cardinal division the next couple weeks to see what happens.
As for your boys' player of the week, who you got?
Oh, man, I've been waiting for this one for a long time,
man. All year.
He's, you know what, and this is special to me because I coach his older brother, but Drew Puckett from St. Francis de Sales, the kid has done everything he has possibly had to do for the last 4 years. And not only does he do it on the soccer field, he does it for the football nights as well, too. He got a goal against St. John's last week in the game winner, and I tell you what, that was clever play, a heady play that tells you what kind of soccer IQ that kid has. This kid's trying to win his 4th straight district title. It's going to take a lot for him to really kind of get this team going because I feel like he's got the energy for them. He's such a good attacking piece. He kind of reminds me so much of his older brother, Jarrett. When I had Jarrett at St. Francis, just what he brings to the field, that moxie that he has, and what a little bit of that swagger and aura that you want to see a kid have. But he has rose to every single challenge, every single game, has played a big piece.
Why is St. Francis at #1?
I think this St. Francis team has been more battle-tested than probably a lot more teams in this area really has. So that kind of gave me a little bit more of a leg up for them. Springfield fell just a little bit, just because the biggest thing for me was I feel like they got to kind of get back to where they're at. I think they were kind of high for a little bit. They're still a really good team with what they have on the field. I was really impressed with Maumee Valley Country Day yesterday, buddy. Dave Scosens has got something really going over there with guys like Skinner and Lewis Snelling and things like that. Owen Dunn, I was really impressed with at the back for them. He really kind of contains things. And Braden Nichols, the son of Bowling Green State head coach Eric Nichols, does a really, really great job in the middle there, just being a guy that just moves with the play. He's able to find those simple passes that really releases a lot of their attack.
Meanwhile, your girls' top 10 is chalk. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. That means the girls' teams in our areas, they're holding it down. They're getting their business done. But you do have a newcomer at number 10, Toledo Christian.
Toledo Christian, man. I tell you what, the biggest thing I've been really impressed with, not even just on the boys' side, but the girls' side. The girls' side got a lot of numbers out, and they got some athletes. That's going to be the most important piece. You got to have athletes on the field if you're going to win games. Obviously, got some really good defenders back there that kind of just keeps the ball out of the back of the net, and their records improve immensely from where it probably has been the last couple of years. So that TC team deserves some credit where credit is due for all the things they've done this year. So they got a lot of credit, but there's going to be a lot of pressure on Anthony Wayne, Perrysburg, and St. Ursula because you got a lot of seniors that this is it for some of them. For a team like Notre Dame Academy or even a team like Northview, what are we playing for? I got a couple more years left to get back to this point. So those younger teams, when they get in those situations, I really feel that they're a lot more comfortable. They're not really too worried about a lot of things. So top 10 stay the same, but I'm glad to see TC finally made it in there. You got to get some representation to the TAC, so it definitely worked out.
Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you for having me.